Critical Focus channel.
We are piling steadily through the re-released warbands, and next in line I wanted to take a look at the Sons of Velmorn. This was a very popular warband prior to this reintroduction, not mainly so because of the gameplay, for they were quite frankly pretty shite. But the models were very popular, and I'm sure lots of people will get them now, not least for this fact even this time around. Let's check out the War Scroll first. They inspire after a successful attack, melee or otherwise, although they only have melee as per their fighter cards. Said attack will inspire the attacker and each friendly fighter adjacent to the target. Well, it's not really super reliable, is it? These guys are no monsters of accuracy given the warband size, so pushes, accuracy buffs, etc. will come in handy. Deadly Command next is a search ability you get to trigger after your leader uses a core ability that will award him a command token, so the token goes on his fighter card and not on your warband as a general resource. While he has any command tokens, each time you attack with any of your grave guards, the leader is treated as being adjacent to the target, so this means you get flanked via the leader or even surrounded if you can actually get another friendly fighter to help out. It also means you can inspire your leader without actually committing him if you so desire. The bummer is that the command token go away at the end of the round, so if you want to keep your innate flanked going, only for attacks though mind you have to start off with doing something with the leader, which is a 3 out of 12 activations investment, which in my opinion is a rather clunky, cumbersome mechanic. You can obviously do useful stuff with your leader while getting those tokens, but you also don't want to risk losing him in the process, so it's not necessarily a clear-cut mechanic. Rise Again is a core ability where you pick your leader as long as he doesn't have a charge token, and this lets you remove one command token and raise one of your grave guards and place them in friendly starting mix. They do come back unscathed, which is good, but naked, no upgrades, and uninspired as per the rulebook. So it's pretty much a 2-action investment to raise a subpar uninspired equipped fighter, which is sort of meh to say the least. Grimwatch gets to do this at least once per round as a power step ability, and they have way more fighters to start with. Not very impressed with this one. Raised Shields is a search ability for any fighter with a bulwark symbol, which is pretty much everyone equipped with a shield on the model, to react to getting attacked while rolling a crit in the defense, and as a reward you get a guard token. We have 3 guys with 2 shields, so it's not unlikely to happen, and it's not a once per round or once per game, so it's a constant ability that may trigger a lot of time, so that's pretty good actually. Not getting shoved off a token and increasing your defensive capabilities is very helpful. The Velmorn Curse next is a search ability for when a friendly fighter with a race token is slain by an attacker adjacent to them, then you get to ping the attacker back for 1 damage. Very situational, and it has to be from an attack adjacent. Okay, so the new Sarbag's Gits gets to do this every time a grot dies, and there are 7 of them. Just saying, there's no limit to the amount of times this will trigger, but if it triggers more than 2 times, you are probably losing the game anyways if you spend that much time racing fighters. The last one is a once per game ability called Surprise Swiftness, and it's usable in a power step to allow friendly fighters to have +2 move in the next turn. Not very overwhelming. If these guys have had some sort of tandem move like the Sepulchral God Gits or Canaans, I would be game, but this is really rather weak. So yeah, the scroll certainly does not impress me very much. A lot of expensive stuff, for lack of a better word, and some situationally useful stuff. The thing with the guard token is very good, obviously. Let's check out the fighter cards. The leader first is a 3 move, 1 shield, 4 health fighter, and 2 bounty, and he hits from range 1, 2 hammers, 2 damage with Crit Grievous. Crit Grievous is rather weak on 2 dice, not really impressed with this guy. 1 shield on 4 health will see your leader crumble very fast, so you'll need to inspire him as soon as possible. He does pick up a very vital 2nd shield inspired, but keeps his sort of mid accuracy, but at least swaps his Crit Grievous for regular Grievous, but I can't help feeling I had hoped for more for him. Sir Jedron Fallspawn next is 3 move, 1 shield, 5 health, and 2 bounty. He hits from range 1 with 2 very inaccurate swords for 3 damage, and since he's not a grave god, he can't really benefit from the command tokens on the leader. Yeah, so he's a sort of sad bloke. He needs keen eye and stuff. At least he has the Bulwark keyword, which is rather weak uninspired, but inspired he could do some work with it as he turns to 2 shields, but yeah, very disappointing to see him stay on 2 swords, especially when he's not a grave guard. Aren't these guys supposed to be the elites of the skeleton army? Why is he swinging worse than the Harvester and Gristlewell? At least give him 3 swords or 2 hammers for Christ's sake. Next up is Falk, and for Falk's sake, I will try to be kind to him. He does have a stat line of 3 move, 2 shields, 2 health and 1 bounty, and he swings from range 1, 2 swords, 1 measly damage with crit grievous, and has both the bulwark on the Graveguard keyword. 2 shields is obviously nice and does alleviate the fact he is only 2 health a bit, but he's just rather useless as an offensive piece, uninspired. He does turn a bit more useful inspired, so don't waste him just yet. Inspired, he picks up a 3rd sword and goes to 2 damage with crit grievous, so he could potentially do 3, and that's a lot more like it. Actually quite a massive boost in power. Why is he more accurate than Yedrun? Anyway, Helmor the Ewer is 3 move, 2 shields and 2 health and 1 bounty. He hits from range 1, 2 swords, 1 damage with crit grievous, and has the Bulwark and Graveguard keyword. Offensively equally trash as the former one. He picks up a 3rd sword inspired, goes to 2 damage with cleave, not too shabby. Thane lastly is 3 move, 2 shields, 2 health and 1 bounty, and he hits from range 1, 2 swords, 2 damage with crit stagger. I would have hoped to see range 2 on his glaive here honestly, but it's nice to see him as well on 2 shields, given no shield on a model. So some decent objective huggers these bunch. Inspired, he does pick up a 3rd sword and turns crit stagger to regular stagger, but he is sort of the least impressive fighter as an offensive piece. I think the fighter cards alleviate some of their lackluster war scroll, and I think these will do pretty well as objective huggers, maybe paired with the edge of the knife, given 3 of 5 fighters is on 2 wounds. I still can't help feeling I hoped for a more and exciting war scroll though, and the fact that we have a bunch of 2 shield fighters with a good decent chance to get the guard tokens, it's not really enough to get me hyped up for these guys in terms of enjoyment. Anyways, that's it for today. What do you think about these guys? How will they fare? What pairings do you see for them? Will they have an impact on the meta? Leave your comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye. Lastly, a big shout out to all my members that help support my content, and it makes it so much easier for me to produce multiple videos on a weekly basis. Members do get access to the member Discord, get to influence the content, get early access to a ton of videos, as well as get featured in the monthly painting showcase if they want. Member or not, I dearly appreciate the like, the comment and the subscription.